Carson Wentz can turn it around this season, starting with the New York Giants tomorrow. Let's talk about it. All right, man, so check it out. Tomorrow, the Eagles play the New York Giants. There's a lot of things I'm going to talk about that has to do with that game, but I first want to say something, man. I am tired of people talking about Carson Wentz stats this season and pertaining it to his entire career. This season does not define his entire career. People are saying he plays like Brett Favre. He's erratic. He throws a lot of interceptions. That's just the way that he is. He's never been that way before. Why are we forgetting about the 3 seasons before this season where Carson only threw 7 interceptions the whole damn year, played all 16 games? This is what I want to look at right here. All right, so you look at his stats. Let me get a screen record on here. 2, 1. Record. Bam. All right, you look at his stats from 2016, his rookie season, until 2020 right now. And the thing that I look at closely is the touchdown to interception ratio. And his quarterback rating. Okay, so year 1, he's a rookie. He goes for 16 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and a 79.3 rating. Rookie quarterback getting thrown into a situation, game 1, wasn't even expecting to play many games that year, and he started because the Vikings wanted Sam Bradford, and we said, hell yeah, bro, give us that first-round pick. We'll take it, even though we drafted Derek Barnett with it. Let's not go there. 16 and 14 his rookie season, 79.3 QB rating. He didn't have a lot of weapons, and we knew that was the issue, right? He was throwing to Jordan Matthews and Nelson Aguilar and nobody else, and that was part of the issue. What was our running back situation in 2016? I don't even remember, but it wasn't LeGarrette Blount. It wasn't Jay Ajayi. Anyway, so we know going into 2017 we need running backs and we need wide receiver help for Carson Wentz because we saw how great he could possibly be with those weapons. So Howie Roseman goes out and signs Alshon Jeffery. Howie Roseman goes out and signs Torrey Smith. Howie Roseman goes out and signs Jay Ajayi or trades for Jay Ajayi. Howie Roseman goes out and signs LeGarrette Blount, gives Carson Wentz all of those weapons. And look what he does in 2017. 33 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions, a 101.9 quarterback rating. I refuse to believe these seasons are flukes here. I refuse to believe it. It's the other way around to me. 2020 is the worst season of his career. 3 other seasons before that, he's only thrown 7 interceptions. I'm going to take those 3 seasons as an average and say that's what kind of quarterback he is versus saying his stats this year are what kind of quarterback he is. So 2017 with the weapons, he goes 33-7. He tears his ACL. We know that. He comes back in 2018 after Foles wins the Super Bowl. He only plays 11 games because he got sat down. Once we thought the Eagles weren't going to make the playoffs, it was said that he had a back injury, but I think they were just like, hey, we're not making the playoffs. Carson Wentz rushed back from injury. Let's just sit him down the rest of this season. He goes 21-7 that year. A 102.2 quarterback rating. The next season, 2019, he plays all 16 games. He drags a bunch of nobodies to the playoffs. He goes 27-7. I mean, his number 1 receiver was Greg Ward Jr., right? And we had all the injuries, starting with Nelson Aguilar. Alshon Jeffery goes down week 1. All these guys go down week 1. Or week 2 or week 3, that Atlanta game. Everybody went down that Atlanta game. I remember it. He played the rest of the season with nobody. Went 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a 93.1 quarterback rating. That's still pretty damn good for having no weapons. Threw for 4,000 yards. First quarterback in history to throw for 4,000 yards without having receiver go over 500. I refuse to ignore all of these things because he's having a bad year this year. This year, everybody's injured even more than last season before Travis Fulgham came out of nowhere. The offensive line is absolutely decimated. Well, I mean, the offensive line has been a rotating door of rookies, inexperienced guys, people you've never heard of. What are the odds? What are the odds? All of those injuries, and Carson Wentz is 12 touchdowns, 12 interceptions with a 73.2 quarterback rating. What are the odds? You understand what I'm saying here? I know some of you are off the Wentz wagon, and that's perfectly fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm also entitled to mine. We don't have to go back and forth and battle each other about it. This is my opinion. I refuse to believe Carson Wentz is done being great. I also want to talk about the offensive line a little bit more because let's look at the sacks. 2016, pretty damn good offensive line as a rookie, sacked 33 times, right? 2017, Super Bowl year, MVP type season before tearing his ACL, sacked 28 times. 2018, 31 times. 2019, played all 16 games, 37 times. 2020, in only 8 games, he's been sacked 32 times. He's been sacked more than he was sacked in 2017 in just 8 games. He is on pace to be sacked 64 times. That is, I'm going to say 75% injured offensive line. I'm going to say 25% him trying to play hero, holding the ball too long. You're on pace to be sacked 64 times. I'm not putting all the blame on Carson Wentz. I believe when this team gets healthy, and we're getting healthy, we only have one player on the injury report going into tomorrow. This offensive line is looking healthy. I think you're going to see a totally different player. I think you're going to see a totally different team tomorrow. Everybody's back. Everybody's back. We only have one player ruled out. Miles Sanders is back. Dallas Goedert is back. Jalen Reagor is back. Alshon Jeffery is back. Lane Johnson is back. Jack Driscoll is back. Malik Jackson is back. Cravion LeBlanc is back. Wow. Where should we start? Miles Sanders obviously adds an incredible element to this team. Doug Peterson needs to use him right. Doug Peterson needs to give him 20 carries. Doug Peterson needs to get him involved in the screen game. I want to see creativity. I'm not going to see it from Doug Peterson. I'm already over that. But I want to see a little bit more. I'm not going to see Frank Reich level creativity. But I want to see a little bit more out of Doug Peterson using Miles Sanders. Dallas Goedert back. I want to see a lot more targets. What did he have last game? 1 catch? I want to see a lot more targets for Dallas Goedert. Jalen Reagor had a decent game last week. Caught his first NFL touchdown. I'm ready to see him give me more. I'm ready to see more targets for Jalen Reagor. Alshon Jeffery's back. What does that mean? First of all, why the hell is Alshon Jeffery so skinny? This guy needs to eat a cheeseburger. Look at this picture, man. What the hell is this? This dude's going to get hit one time and break in half. No wonder he's injured all the time. It looks like he hasn't eaten a piece of protein for 3 years. Alshon Jeffery coming back. Who's a healthy scratch? Somebody has to be a healthy scratch. It has to be either J.J. Arcega-Whiteside or Quez Watkins. My vote, you already know what that is. J.J. Arcega, bum side, healthy scratch. See you later. Scratch him off the damn team already. Lane Johnson's back. Jack Driscoll's back. You know, it sucks that Malata, I always say his name wrong. It sucks that he is on the bench now because he was playing great. You moved Jason Peters to left tackle. You didn't have to do that. Malata could be left tackle. Jason Peters could be right guard. We could have all these guys, lined up the way that they. I don't think this is the best offensive line situation moving Jason Peters over there. But he got what he wanted. Even though he's 38 damn years old, he got what he wanted. So Malata moves to the bench. But this offensive line is looking healthy, and I'm looking forward to it. Malik Jackson is back. Can Malik Jackson live up to his contract? This is supposed to be one of the best defensive tackles in the game. He's 30 years old. Once again, did we overpay an old player? We're going to find out what Malik Jackson could do. You know, Fletcher Cox is healthy. Brandon Graham is healthy. Josh Sweat out there. Let's go. Derek Barnett. Everybody's healthy. I'm excited. I think you're going to see a different team. I really do. I really, really, really do. I want to see Travis Fulgham have 10 targets. Travis Fulgham should never have less than 10 targets. This is a legitimate top 10 NFL wide receiver. It's not a fluke anymore. You guys know it. It's not a fluke. He's out here doing the same thing every week, catching everything that comes his way, getting separation from the defense. His little stutter, step, and go is just, it's almost unstoppable. He's looking like a number one receiver in the NFL. This guy needs 10 targets. I don't want to see any less than that. Now, what do we got to do to beat the Giants? Well, first of all, we can't let Daniel Jones go Michael Vick on us again. All right? I mean, you gotta read your defensive assignments. You can't bite on a simple play action and let Daniel Jones run 85 yards down the middle of the field. It's just ridiculous. So we need less than terrible linebacker play. What do I want to see? I want to see TJ Edwards and Alex Singleton. I do not want to see Nate Gary ever again in my life. We need to not give up 160 rushing yards like we did last time we played the Giants. I want the defensive line to be getting in there, getting pressure on Daniel Jones, make him make mistakes. Let him stand back there and pick you apart all week. He's not a bad quarterback. He's going to pick you apart all game. And lastly, I want to see Carson Wentz get rid of the ball when he's supposed to get rid of the ball. And he knows that. He knows he has to do that. He knows, he has to know what mistakes he's been making. Rolling out, refusing to get rid of the ball, with defender right in your face, taking sacks, taking hits to the chest. He's going to get himself hurt if he doesn't start doing the right thing. And I think with the bye week, 2 weeks of watching film, Carson Wentz, he doesn't want to suck the whole season. He wants to turn it around just as much as anybody wants him to turn it around. 2 weeks of watching film, I would like to believe Carson Wentz knows what he's been doing wrong. I think with all of these players back and 2 weeks of film study, you're going to see a very different Philadelphia Eagles team. My score prediction, 27-14, Eagles over Giants. Give me your score prediction in the comments. My prediction is 27-14. I think you're going to see a totally different team. If they lose this game, then I'm off. If they lose this game, I'm done. You know, I've been hyping them up the whole season. I've been defending Carson Wentz the whole season. I've been defending this Eagles team the whole season. I'm teetering. I'm getting close to that cliff. You understand what I'm saying? If they lose this game, I am officially off the cliff. This is the tipping point for me. There was excuses before. We're not healthy. The offensive line is injured. We don't have our guys. We don't have our guys. We don't have wide receivers. We don't have our running back. All this. Everybody's back. There's no excuses anymore. Doug Peterson has to have some kind of game plan that makes a little bit of sense. The Dallas Cowboys game, his game plan was horrendous. It seems like he just messes around and I don't know what he does all week, takes his dog to the park all week, wakes up on Sunday morning and says, all right, let's go play football. It seems like there's no game plan at all. And I even think that most people could come up with a better game plan on the spot than Doug Peterson does. He needs to have a game plan that makes sense. If they lose this, I'm officially done. There was excuses before. There's no excuses anymore. The team is 100% healthy. Offensive line, wide receivers, running backs, linebackers, defensive line, DBs, everybody. Cre'Veon LeBlanc is back. There's no excuses anymore. If they lose this game, I am officially done believing in this team for the rest of this season. And if they lose this game, Doug Peterson is on the hot seat. You heard it here first. Okay, because he won a Super Bowl. That doesn't grant him immunity forever. His coaching and play calling this season has been absolutely horrendous. If they lose this game 100% healthy to the New York Giants, Doug Peterson's on the hot seat. Howie Roseman's already on the hot seat. Jim Schwartz is on the hot seat. With all of these players healthy, you have no excuses now. That's all I got for you guys, man. Give me all your thoughts and opinions. Give me your score predictions in the comments. Let me know what you think about the Eagles versus Giants tomorrow. I am excited to have a 100% healthy team for the first time in 2 years. I hope you're excited too. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new. Hit the like button if you like the truth. Hit the dislike button if you hate my guts. Peace.